While everyone expected LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the rest of the basketball club from Los Angeles to make the NBA Finals, the Miami Heat's appearance as a 5th seed was a bit of a surprise. And yet, they've lost the same exact number of games as the Lakers have in these playoffs, winning in quite convincing fashion. But for Miami to have a chance in the series, they're going to have to play their secret weapon to perfection, because they have a bit of a size deficit and are in danger of getting their hopes smashed with endless putbacks and dunks. It's not much of a secret that the Heat utilize a 2-3 zone almost twice as much as anyone else in the league, and it's their ability to mix it up with their man that was the key to making the finals. But how will the Lakers attack it to generate good shots? We've got some evidence from this year to get a handle on Frank Vogel's methods, so let's take a look. In the regular season, the Lakers' first mode of attack is to get Anthony Davis at the high post, with 3 perimeter players fanned out around him. When the 4th player is in the corner, it gives him the freedom and space to generate his own shot, the kind that can only be considered high percentage, as they will pass the ball around the perimeter to open up a gap and then hit him on that free throw line where he can go to work. They didn't do this a lot, but notice how AD will set a ball screen, then roll to get behind the defense before finding the soft spot for a catch and finish. Sometimes they will cut a player down to the dunker spot. This puts a ton of pressure on the center, where he's got to deal with AD at the elbow with the ball and the guy cutting underneath him. This gives AD a completely wide open shot. Again, they slide JaVale across the lane in a very basic 1-3-1 offense, forcing the center to bump down, leaving Davis free to step right to the hoop for the easy layup. Here's an alignment that should kill this zone because the Heat's forwards love to push up towards the wings quite high. With Morris in the dunker spot, heck, picture LeBron here, they can skip this pass to the low post, and there's AD flashing high. At this point, the defense is in mortal peril, and it's only a matter of time till the ball gets crammed in the hoop. With Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee on the roster, the real reason AD would get a lot of open shots from the middle is the threat of the high-low action. Once Davis faces the basket, it forces Adebayo to step up to him, and that leaves the rim open for the easy lob. Again, notice how high both forwards push up, leaving Bam in an untenable position trying to guard 2 players. Plus, there isn't anything those forwards could do to stop this type of lob anyway. Where the Lakers will get into trouble is on the quick kickouts when AD doesn't look at the basket first. When he doesn't instill the fear of a shot, it allows the defense to recover, giving up the shot they want, a 3-pointer with a guy running at him to contest. While it might free up some decent looks, it plays into the Heat's hands if AD doesn't make himself a viable threat on the catch. While the high-low lobs look great, the kickouts to the corner are something he should avoid. With the way this zone rotates, the guard can get there to take away the shot, and the basket area should always be protected against baseline drives. However, if they use that kick to the corner to then hit the low post, this is where you'd see cutters behind the defense get open for layups. We saw in the last round how Daniel Tice finally started hurting the Heat zone when he just slightly aggressively looked at the basket. Figuring this out a lot earlier in the series could have drastically changed the Celtics' fortunes. To make matters worse for the Heat, the Lakers probably have an even better player to flash middle for the ball, LeBron James. He'll need to be more aggressive finding his own shot when getting the ball here, since this is the shot the defense would love to get. And I don't think LeBron will miss too many of these easy lobs to his big men, but again, he needs to shoot this ball more often than not. Other than that, the Lakers didn't run much of anything against the zone. In this 3-2 alignment, they simply alternate high post flashes from AD to Dwight, while the 3 guards pass the ball back and forth. This is dangerous because you add the shot clock as another defender, but they are able to split the guards and somehow get this one off in time. They can also find LeBron cutting from the top to the middle, something he is oftentimes reluctant to do, but you can see how the defense surrounds him but is able to recover to the corner to take away the shot. James will get a lot of these types of runners, and if it's a choice between LeBron or JaVale shooting it, the Heat will always take JaVale. When they do run 2 bigs to the baseline, a simple entry pass to Anthony Davis turns everyone's back to the weak side, where they will flash the middle with the weak side forward, and once that happens, forget about it. Good shots galore. One of the only times I saw a ball screen was on this possession, which sucks the weak side guard over. Dragic doesn't want to fully rotate and leave the corner shooter wide open, and that allows LeBron to split and go on the catch. Meanwhile, notice how JaVale gets behind the screener and won't let him rotate. It's a great play, but he's got to be careful of the 3-second call. LeBron needs to hit AD when he's open the first time, because otherwise, their penchant for playing catch in the perimeter just means the shot clock is working against them as an extra defender. But don't forget, the Lakers should get a bunch of offensive rebounds in this series, as there will be severe mismatches. This is where LeBron's excellent ability to skip pass comes into play, especially if it's to Davis attacking the guard forward seam into the lane. Good shots galore. With a distinct lack of cleverness to the attack, the defense can take away the first and second options. The center takes away the flash in the middle, while the weak side forward stays home to deal with the lob threat. If the Lakers want to stand around and skip pass a bit, the defense will be more than happy to allow them to, especially when anyone but LeBron or AD shoots the shot. There was no real indication they wanted to attack the zone as early as possible before it gets a chance to set up, and this distinct lack of movement here doesn't put any pressure on the defense. While James hits this, the Heat will continue to invite this shot. But look for Dwight to get back behind the defense, and if LeBron is able to stare a hole through him without any pressure on the ball, they'll get 1 or 2 of these each game. Interestingly, the Heat have defenders to match up on LeBron. Jimmy Butler has taken on that assignment and has the strength, if not the height, to deal with him as well as anybody in the league. Plus, they can throw Jay Crowder and Andre Iguodala on him as well. The real concern for the Lakers is with Bam Adebayo guarding Anthony Davis. The evidence from the regular season indicates to me that AD will struggle more than he has so far in this playoffs. So this gives Spoelstra some options. Where the Heat might get caught is who guards the other big man for the Lakers like Dwight and JaVale. Perhaps Miami doesn't care what they do against mismatches, but the zone will keep the Lakers guessing from one possession to the next. And if Frank Vogel doesn't add a few more wrinkles to their offense, the Heat have a real chance in this series. I can't quite figure out what the odds are, but as of now, I'm not dismissing the chance of an upset here. And it will all come down to how effective this zone is. If you like this video, click the thumbs up button and leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe for more playoff breakdowns coming up. We'll have at least one a day during the postseason, so turn on those notifications so you can be alerted right away. You in?